Hey YouTube, welcome back to the shop. It's been a little while, but I'm working on the dump trailer again. It is a little bit disassembled because I've got to run some supports across and on the bottom side, and I've got to grind off some welds, and then I'm going to start working on the actual box of this little mini dump trailer. So I can already see somebody complaining that I'm using a chop saw next to those gas cans on that shelf in the comments. Just so you know, those gas cans are totally empty. Some of them even have lids and they are sealed off, just so you know. So I don't remember where I left off. It's probably been almost nearly 2 months since I last started, or since I was last working on this. I was making some of the cuts. I just finished some of the cuts tonight, so I'm not sure if what I'm wearing will change in the video or whatever to distinguish that, but basically I made about 4 cuts tonight, maybe 3 cuts, doesn't really matter. Made a couple cuts tonight, finished the other cuts the other night. So pretty much where I'm at now is I'm going to square this thing up. I'm going to tack it together on my wood bench here. Just a quick tack. So that way I can decide how it's going to go exactly on the actual dump bed itself. Because, not that this is square right now, but basically I'm going to have a piece coming from this side over here, and a piece from this side here coming to about right here somewhere on the dump bed to leave room for where that tilt is going to go, the travel of the tilt, if that makes sense. So basically I'm just going to weld it up here, and then I was thinking I would do, well, I'm not exactly sure yet, but that's the point of tacking this all together, is so that I can figure out what my next step is. So something else I foresee people complaining about in the comments over possibly losing some subscribers or whatever is that I'm using a piece of plywood for a straight edge while plasma cutting. Obviously, I'm also shooting those sparks down onto other pieces of scrap plywood. Not ideal, but every single time that I've used a piece of metal as a straight edge while practicing off camera using this plasma cutter, it has started arcing out to the piece of metal that I'm using as the straight edge. I used this piece of wood a couple of times off camera. I'm not saying it's a great idea. I know, I recognize the danger, but it's pretty much what I'm left with right now, and it worked, and I avoided any fire. I just got to pay attention and be aware of it. Eventually, I'll get something else to put there instead of a piece of wood, but it worked for now. It worked for that little instance. Forgive me for it. Alright guys, so I just wanted to add a couple of things at the end of this video here. There at the bottom you'll see the sheet metal doesn't go all the way to the bottom of the square tubing on the right side of your screen. That is because it fits neatly, the bottom of that sheet metal fits neatly right on top of the dump bed floor, and I was able to weld it all together, and the video is too zoomed out for you to see those details, but it fits nice and flush, and not much material that I put inside of this little dump trailer will get out of there. So the other thing is that I actually think that I'm going to change this pretty big time. It's not going to be a whole lot of extra work. I'm just going to have to cut off those little hinge points that I welded to the frame, and I'm actually going to sit the dump bed flat on the frame, and then I'm going to have found a little, it's a scissor lift, basically, an electronic scissor lift that I can connect to my four-wheeler battery with a remote, with the remote I'll be able to activate that remotely sitting from my quad and operate the dumping mechanism using this electronic scissor lift. So I think I'm going to be able to make that work, but we'll see here in the future. Keep watching, and we'll see if that actually happens. So my camera died, so I'm now using my phone, but this is pretty much going to be the last clip anyway of this video. So I'm just going to show you basically what I got done. So this is the inside. Obviously, next time you see this video, or the next video you'll see, I'll probably have this side up, and I'll probably be putting the front part on, building the tailgate, and then probably putting the tongue on and making the dumping mechanism, just depending on how long it takes and everything, how it works out. But that's essentially what I got. It's not super pretty, and it'll look a little better after some paint, but I'm really kind of getting over this project, getting really done with it. If you can't tell, I think I've been working on it for almost a year now, but yeah, I'm kind of ready to get it out of my garage, stop spending money on it, and move on to something else. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you think this is a cool project, or if you've done something similar, or if you have any ideas of something I should do different that you're noticing or whatever, leave it in the comments below. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you later.